pretty much, because that's kind of like what they sell you on social media. You know, open up a shop on Etsy and you'll be making like $300 a month, and they don't actually tell you that opening up a shop or like doing something that's going to eventually create you passive income actually requires a lot of work.
Alright, how you going guys? Frank here.
And Sarah.
And this is the new and improved setup for the podcast slash videos.
Just wanted to
Thailand.
Try something different. After our live stream, we thought this might be a cool way to give it a go. So we're doing doing something a little bit different today as well, and we're just going to go through like 6 different things that we've learnt along the journey in the last 5 months that we've just taken notes on, and just things that we've discovered ourselves from being in this journey, and hopefully these 6 things can help you along the way as well.
Just especially people starting out, so hopefully it helps with some motivation and answers some questions that people might have, and we'll see how we go, but something a bit different. We wanted to make this video for a little while and thought it'd be good to just put it in the regular podcast format.
Just have a discussion about it.
But first things first, we've booked pretty much all the accommodation for Bali, starting on the 31st of August. So I think in the last video, live stream, which is switched around, smooth moves us, but we've got go to Uluwatu, and then to Kuta, Canggu, and then to Ubud, and then finally we'll be spending a few days in Denpasar, which we're looking forward to because there's not a lot of content on YouTube regarding Denpasar, and being such a large city, the main city in Bali, we found it a bit odd. So we'll see what's around there and what's to do, and hopefully that can help other people who are looking at going to the main city there, not just Uluwatu, Canggu and all that.
Going to all the main tourist attractions.
Because
obviously it's a capital city, so it would have has to have some kind of...
it's got to have something there.
I
mean, millions of people live there, so you'd think there'd be something to do. So we're going to be able to go there and find out, and go in there a bit blind compared to the other places like Kuta and Uluwatu, Canggu. So it'll be a bit of an adventure, and something cool to find out things ourselves, and
for sure.
See if it's worth a visit. We'll report back to you in about
5 months.
5 months, somewhere. What comes after 4? So just the places. Uluwatu will be there for 4 nights, 5 days. I've gone with we'll just say the names of it. I'll put the photos up in the edit, but it's the Daba Jaya Uluwatu near the Blue Point Beach Red Partner. That's what it says here on booking.com. I don't think that's the full name, that's the name of it, but all the places we've chosen are they're just pretty basic, nice and cheap, because we don't want to be spending too much time in the room. We just want to be getting out and about and going to beaches, going to see the different sites there. So we just picked cheap places to just rest our head at night, really. That one for 4 nights, 5 days was only 82 Australian, so that's really cheap. Next place is Lima in Kuta, and we're there for 2 nights, and that was only $63. Then we're on to Canggu, the Sylvie Guest House, for 3 nights, which was the most expensive so far, 118 Australian, but still look really nice. And then in Ubud we've got 3 nights there. Gatra Ubud Inn is the name of it, and that looks actually really nice, and it's quite central as well. I think it was only a 5-10 minute walk to the monkey temple as well, so we're really looking forward to being like we really like the beach, but just the look of Ubud with the rice fields and
yeah, it looks sick.
and just the green, like more jungle, those jungle vibes,
yeah,
that jungle mood.
Yeah,
we'll be quite up to check that out as well. So, and then the final thing is we just got to book in for I think 2 nights in Denpasar. So, if anyone before we book it has any recommendations, we'd love to hear from you guys in the comment section.
Where should we stay? Like, there's really not any information about it because it's so not a tourist destination.
Well, I can understand that there's like a lot more appealing places to go, you know, like all the beaches and Ubud with the jungle and Munduk a bit further up with the those beautiful mountains. But yeah, it's just there seems to be a bit of a gap there. So if anyone's been there and has any recommendations of what to do, where to stay, we'd really love to hear from you guys. But yeah, that's Bali in a nutshell. No, this is Bali. Help in a nutshell. Yeah, so that's Bali booked pretty much, and now it's on to Bangkok for a week, and then on to Pattaya.
G'day from Pattaya.
Morning from Jomtien Beach, as the boy from Good Vibes Pattaya would say.
Yeah, we haven't booked in anything for Thailand yet, and we're just we're thinking maybe like 5 to 7 days in Bangkok, and then from there we'll go to Pattaya. But yeah, we just don't really know. Like, we're pretty open with Thailand because we know we're going to be there for a while. It's going to be our home base. So yeah, we really haven't. We're just like, let's just get there and go with the flow.
Yeah, well, we're going to book in for Bangkok and for a couple of nights in Pattaya, and then from there probably look at like getting a month rental in Pattaya. Because it's always like you get cheaper accommodation when you book further out and stuff, and we know we're going to be there, so save a headache, have it booked in, paid for, and then we can just from there, you know, start using the websites. And I've heard a lot of good things about Facebook Marketplace for booking accommodation, like month, 6 month, year long leases. So we'll go through that, but yeah, just the main focus is on Bali. It's just exciting checking it out and seeing what places we want to go and what the accommodation looks like and what there is to do. So that's been our main focus, and that's what we've booked in. So Hype City.
Yep.
As a great man once said. Now we get into 6 things we have learned since starting this journey 5 months ago. That's what you're all here for.
That's it.
So just bear in mind that Sarah's written these notes, so hopefully that makes sense.
They will. Also, just full disclosure, I haven't been like super well the last 2 days, so I've got a little bit of a cough, so apologies in advance if I keep coughing into the mic.
Most unnecessary cough in the mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been hard for me. You're on the mend butt?
I am, yeah.
On the mend butt?
Feeling good. I think I just sound worse than what I feel at the moment, so.
Yeah, you got a bit of frog in
frog
in your throat, so
yeah.
Just stop coughing, that'd be great.
Stop coughing into the mic.
Yeah. So we'll let Sarah kick this bad boy off.
Yeah.
With number 1. Tell me about it. What do you
So
think?
the first thing that I've written down is everything takes longer than you think. Like, if you think you're going to open up an online store and like be successful and be earning like hundreds of dollars from it overnight, pretty much, because that's kind of like what they sell you on social media. Like, they're like, you know, open up a shop on Etsy and you'll be making like $300 a month, and they don't actually tell you that opening up a shop or like doing something that's going to eventually create you passive income actually requires a lot of work and a lot of unpaid hours and a lot of just like commitment and time and research. And people just claim like, oh, it's so easy, you just do this or you do that and then overnight you'll be a millionaire, and it's like, that's not the case. Like, anything that's worth having is worth like working hard for.
Yeah, and it's hard work.
It is hard work.
Requires time.
Yep.
So
And it's a lot more time consuming than what I initially thought as well. Like, I've had my Etsy shop up for 5 months now, and I've only just made my first sale. So that's how long it's taken so far. And that's with ads, with sales happening, been doing research.
Yeah.
Like, it is, I know it's going to pay off eventually, but it's just one of those things. Like, I haven't even made a profit from it because I've been paying for ads, so I'm at a loss of like $25 at the moment. But sometimes you got to spend money to make money, so yeah.
That's what they say.
Just keep grinding away at it.
Yeah, on that grind.
Yeah.
And another thing as well, it's just everything takes longer than you think. So I know at the start of this journey, we were like, oh, we'll just edit a video, and we're like, oh, it would take 3 hours. Ended up taking like 9.
Yeah.
Like, so, and when you're starting, especially, anything, like if you give yourself a time frame, you want to at least double it.
Double it, yeah.
Because you're just going to run into these little unexpected problems, and you don't have any experience with them, so you're going to have to research how to fix them, just how to overcome them, or just work it out yourself. So because you don't have that experience, and that's the main thing, it's just you're going to have to research these things, and it's just going to take a lot longer than you think, which isn't to deter anyone, and it didn't deter us, but we just realised early in this journey that things take longer than you thought they would. So
even down to like when I made the YouTube banner, like I was like, sweet, that's done, put it up, and then it doesn't line up to all platforms, and it's like, cool, so now I'm going to spend 45 minutes just trying to fuck around with the YouTube banner so it lines up on all the platforms. Like,
yeah, these little fiddly things, and those little fiddly things are what separates like a shit job or an amateur job from like a professional looking job. It's just those little fine details. So you can get away with just, throwing something together and putting it out there, but if you want to do it, then you may as well do it right, and that's going to require you to take a little bit of extra time, and sometimes a lot of extra time, to really perfect and make it look really good, whatever it is, a video, a banner, a thumbnail, a title, a description even. So you just got to be aware that if you want to do a good job, it will take some time, because if it was easy, everyone would do it. And this is kind of like what separates the men from the boys kind of thing. It's like just being able to take that little bit of extra time to really hone in and just make it look really good.
Yeah.
And you can really tell, as soon as you click onto someone's page, you'll be able to see like, this person doesn't give a shit, they're just throwing this shit together, they've just gone into paint and whatever, but something that looks good takes a bit of time, a bit of effort, so just be aware of that, and it's going to take a bit longer than you think.
And it's going to be more frustrating than you think too.
Yeah, you definitely
like those things are just like, oh man, it's so annoying. Like, I thought it would be so simple, but then it's like, bro, this sucks. Like, I've been working for free doing this thing for like the last 2 hours, and I just can't get it right. But
that's valuable experience,
It's part of the learning experience.
Yeah, and those little things, those little setbacks, that's kind of what'll, if you don't overcome those little things, how are you going to overcome like the big things? So you just really got to just have the right intentions, and just be sure that it's something you want to do. And if it is something you want to do, you will push through that, and you'll succeed.
Yeah, have the right attitude.
Yeah. And that's number one. And I think that's
that
that's
leads
a great
nicely
point.
Actually into the next point, which is number 2.
I haven't even read these notes. So
be accountable and commit to your plan. So for us, like, this is a pretty big one, because we've had other things in the past that we've been like, let's buy a house, let's do this or this, and we just haven't committed or stayed accountable to each other when we've had these
buy a boat
ideas.
and learn to sail and then sail around the world.
Yeah.
It's like,
no, we haven't.
It didn't happen overnight, and it's like,
Yeah.
well, I'm giving up on this.
Yeah.
This is probably a bit easier to start with. Maybe we'll do that in the future, but
yeah.
Yeah.
But something that's helped keep us accountable is that we have this YouTube channel and we have to post a podcast every week. So it gets released on the Friday, and then we've told our friends and our family what we're doing, so we have to keep accountable to them as well. And a little bit for me too, like once I've told people that I want to do something, like move to Thailand, and then if I don't do it, I'm like, I feel like just the biggest loser.
Yeah, you feel like
it just makes me feel like a failure. So it kind of helps to keep us on track and like push us in that direction, so we can be like, look, we did it. Yeah,
and that's not to say that sometimes things just aren't for you, and that's fine. You know, it's not the end of the world to quit if you find that it's not something that you truly want to do or can do. You know, it's not for everyone, but there's always going to be those voices in your head, and also voices from people you've told, negative voices usually, that are going to be saying, oh, you can't do it, you're like, what about this, you know, what if this happens, and it's like you gotta weigh it up, but you just gotta, I guess, stay true to yourself.
Be honest with yourself too. Like if you're like, yeah, that's something I might want to do, and then you find that you start doing it and you're like, no, this is shit, I'm not interested in it, then
that's
don't
fine.
do something that you're not interested in.
Yeah.
But at least you tried and figured out that it wasn't for you, instead of always wondering like, oh, maybe I should have tried that thing.
Yeah. And definitely give it a good go, you know, don't just get to the first hurdle and just go, nah, too hard.
Give it a red hot crack.
And I mean, as we said, we're guilty of that as well.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, just for us, as we've gotten older, and you know, you just get more confident in yourself, and you just learn more about yourself, who you are, and what you're willing to do, and you just get braver. So it takes a lot of.
I think you stop caring what people think so much too when you get older.
And yeah, it's never a bad thing to quit something that isn't bringing you joy or anything like that, because that's the main thing that we've found. Is that we want to enjoy it, obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't want to be doing something that's miserable. Especially if you're going to make a big change in your life, you want to make sure that what you're doing is going to bring you joy. So just to make sure that, you know, if you give it a go and you don't enjoy it, then that's fine. And
and that's the thing, like at least you gave it a go and you didn't just constantly have that like, oh, what if I tried this or what if I tried that? At least you've gone in, done it, and it's like, oh well, like this wasn't for me, but
yeah, you gave it a go.
Yeah.
Give it a red hot crack.
Just get started immediately and don't be afraid of failure. So with this one I was like, you can pretty much apply it to basically anything in life. So like for example, if you wanted to run a marathon, you know what you need to do to be able to do that. So go outside and go for a run. But if you wait until tomorrow, it's like you might just never get started. It's like, oh, I want to do this marathon, but I'll start running tomorrow, and I'll start running tomorrow, and then before you know it, it's like the marathon's there and you haven't trained for it and you're not fit, and it's like, I'm not doing the thing that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So you need to just
procrastination really kill you.
Yeah.
It's always easier to start tomorrow than it is to start right now, but if you really want to do something, you know, you can procrastinate by doing all this research as well, and research is great, but for something like YouTube, just to get started and to learn as you go, you know, and just be comfortable, or just be willing to make mistakes and you know, you make a bit of a fool out of yourself, that's fine. But that's the best way to learn, is to just jump in and just to get started. Because once you start it, it's easy to keep going. One of the hardest things is to get started.
Yeah.
As we've found with many other things, but we knew what we wanted to do, where we wanted to go, so we could have, you know, spent all the time, you know, buying all the equipment and researching all these other YouTubers and stuff. But to be honest, we'd done plenty of research, just not, we weren't sitting down going, let's watch this person and see what they do. But we watched a lot of people. We knew kind of what to do. And we started with just the phone and a basic gimbal for the phone. And now we're upgraded to, you know, like a proper camera, a GoPro. We've got our laptops and stuff to help us improve, and we're just building gradually. So you can just get started straight away. You know, if you got a phone, you got a camera.
Pretty much. And like, we don't necessarily have a lot of content that we can make in Emerald, but we're coming up with ideas, and we're like brainstorming and like trying to think of things that we can do to keep it interesting. And we're just like, we've got started, like we've got our channel, it started. We didn't wait until we were in Thailand, because we were just like, well, let's just document the whole thing. Like, there's plenty to talk about, so let's do it that way. So even if you think, oh, I want to do a YouTube channel, but I don't have any good content ideas, like, just start doing it, and people are going to pick up on it, and eventually you'll be where you want to be. Yeah,
and just getting started like this is just helping us to, you know, get better at video editing, you know, things like lighting for videos, which we definitely still haven't mastered yet.
Yeah, being more comfortable in front of the camera too, which is a big one, because it's not something that's natural to a lot of people, like being filmed. So
it's so when we get to where we want to be, we're going to be a lot better for it. You know, this is all practice, and if we didn't start now, then when we do start, or if we did start later when we got to Thailand, we definitely wouldn't be as good as we will be when we get to Thailand. So it's just practice, you know, and we're not afraid to, you know, make a fool out of ourselves, and to make mistakes, and that's the whole point of this channel, and especially this early part, is just to you know, just document those struggles, because in social media in general, you'll just see the good parts, and we just want to make sure that we can, whether it be near snake attacks, getting bitten on the foot by an ant, your failures with other ventures as well that are going to help us to become digital nomads. We just want to be honest, open, and just hopefully help out other people who want to go on a similar journey to what we're going on, just to help them just see that it's not an overnight thing.
Yeah, exactly. I think one thing with that too is like to not be afraid of failure. Because I know a lot of people won't even get started because they're like, oh, well, what if I fail? And it's like, well, what if you don't fail?
What if you fly?
But it's one of those things. It's like, cool, if I fail at it, then I've learned something from it, so not a bad thing. Like,
not a bad shout.
No.
And we do have to apologise for the live stream that we posted last week. I think because
I did write here. I wrote somewhere here. Don't be afraid to try new things. Oh no.
It's what we're reading, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
We got to apologise. I think it's because of location in the house that we did it, because we're quite far away from the modem, and in Australia they're definitely nowhere near as advanced as places like Thailand and probably even Bali. But it was a bit choppy in parts, most parts. So apologise for that, and that's something that we've learned. We'll take it on board, and next time we do a live stream, we'll be hopefully in a better location, so it'll deliver a better looking product.
Hope so.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
But
that's an example of, like, that was kind of a failure because nobody showed up.
most concurrent viewers, one,
and then they were there for like 10 seconds and then left.
One of them left a like,
bye.
so we appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, apologies for that, so we'll do better.
But yeah, we did learn from it, so not a total loss.
No, everything's a learning experience.
Yeah.
Failures are learning experiences, just depends on how you frame them.
Alright, number 4.
Number 4.
4.
Buy your flights, book your tickets.
So this one's pretty self-explanatory, but I feel like now that we've bought the tickets, there's just sort of there's no going back. Like, we can't just be like, oh, I'm not going to get on that flight, because plane tickets are expensive, and like, it's money we've invested into doing this, so like, we've got to get on the flight, so we don't have a choice. And I think like booking in, because did we book non-refundable as well? I think it says.
I don't know.
Non-refundable.
I think, yeah, I don't. I see that a lot in America, but yeah, I don't think. I think most airline tickets are pretty much non-refundable.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you book them and you're
Yeah.
This is accountability as well, really.
Yeah,
isn't
it is.
You obviously want to stay accountable because you booked your ticket.
Yeah, exactly.
So you want to you're going, so you want to make sure that you're doing all that you can to set yourself up for success when you get on that big jet plane.
And time's ticking down as like the days go on, so it's like as each day comes closer, if we don't do the things that we need to do to be able to make money online,
yep,
we're setting ourselves up for failure, which is not what we want to do. So
it sets a date.
Yeah.
So it's, anyone can go, oh, I'll do this, this and this, but it's locked in now. So it really helps kind of focus the mind, and just put it in your mind that this is the day that you're going. So you can look and you can see exactly how many days, months that you have before you'll be doing that. So you know that you need to get this shit done now. Otherwise, when that day comes, you'll either be hopefully sitting pretty, or you could be sitting shit.
Sitting shitty.
So not getting litty.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure that you cross your T's, dot your I's, but yeah, I think buy your tickets, buy your tickets, and you've written here as well, like running a marathon. So if you book in for a marathon, then it's not just a thought, an idea. It's like it's booked in. So you've got till this date to get fit, get ready, and get your shit together.
Yeah, like for me, it's basically like once I've spent money on something, I don't want that money to go to waste.
No.
So I'm going to do the thing that I've spent the money on.
Yeah. Yeah, well that's
it.
I mean, you work hard for your money.
Yeah.
You don't want to waste it.
Yeah.
So, get on it and get to it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
So point number 5 is that getting work as a freelancer online is harder than you think. Like, there's so many people online doing this, like making YouTube content, whatever, that are like, oh, it's cool, like once you get to Thailand you can just apply for writing jobs and you'll be sweet, you'll get a writing job. But it's like, no, you actually have to create a portfolio, which takes time.
Yep.
Like, it's just a really competitive space, so if your writing doesn't speak to somebody, then you're not going to get picked up as a writer and be able to make money as a freelancer. So it's like, you've just got to have have a portfolio, and this goes for like graphic design, like anything that you might want to do on the online space.
Video editing.
You need to have a portfolio.
Yep.
And setting up a portfolio takes time. Like, it's time consuming.
Yeah.
You can't just apply for jobs online without anything backing you up. It's like your resume.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, anything as well, like just if you want to get a data entry job, unless you know someone, then you're going to be competing against other people. So you want to make sure that you're going to have to actually put in some effort and, learn some skills, writing, like build a portfolio, unless you get really lucky. So, these things take time and research as well of like what's something that you can see yourself doing and hopefully enjoying as well. So there's a lot of jobs out there, but a lot of jobs you won't enjoy. So you definitely got to make sure that you give things a go, but you don't want to be relying on one thing, going like, oh yeah, I'll just go over to Thailand or wherever and I'll just get a job as a copywriter, and then you get it and you're like, oh, this is shit.
Yeah,
I don't like this. Like I wanted to move over here and enjoy my life, but now I've got a shit job. I don't have any backup plans or anything like that. So definitely diversifying your income streams a great option as well. So you don't have to rely on one thing. But when you're doing things from scratch like we are, it's definitely a lot harder than what these YouTube, a lot of them say it is. It's like a lot of it just get a job writing. It's like, okay, how the fuck do I do that?
Go on We Work remotely and like get a data entry job, and it's like, cool, I've applied for thousands and I haven't got one.
Yeah, and like, also you've got to watch out for that many scams online as well.
Yeah.
Which you've encountered as well. So it's a lot of things to learn. There's a lot of obstacles and dodgy things out there. It's not as simple
as what you think it is.
No, it's definitely not. So this takes time as well, getting work, freelancing online from scratch. If you've got expertise in other fields and things that can go digitally, then you're probably going to have a lot easier time than we have. But as we said, if you're going from scratch, then it could take a while. So you just gotta persist again.
Yeah.
Don't let the failures get you down. Just take them as learning experiences, and one day you'll get that job.
Yeah.
You'll get that stream of income that'll help you pursue this beautiful lifestyle. So
yeah.
I
think one thing I read about that was because I was looking at getting writing work.
Yep.
And this one article that I read was like, if you can write at the level of like a 5-year-old, you'll be sweet. Like you'll get work online. But it's like, yeah, that's cool, but
where, how,
when, what have I got to do to be able to get work online to show my skills? Like I can't just go online and be like, yeah, I'm a writer, employ me. You've got to actually show something to back that up.
And then there'll be like 6,000 different content creators or whatever with a course, and they'll be like, yeah, just pay $1,000 for my course and I'll show you how to get a job. And we haven't done them, so some of them may be legit, but you definitely hear some horror stories of just shit. So there's a lot of things. You got to really keep your head on a hard swivel and just have your wits about you, and I guess just trust. Hopefully you got some strong intuition and some not street smarts, but some web smarts, I guess. Because a lot of people out there trying to take advantage of you. So just be careful of that. It does suck, but that's just the world we live in. So just be vigilant and just know that it doesn't happen overnight again. So bit of persistence and hard work, and it'll pay off.
Technical difficulties again.
Okay. So the final point, Sarah, number 6. What you got?
So don't be afraid to try new things. So if you are someone that's like working as an accountant or doing like something that you don't think you could transfer to online work.
A mining job.
Yeah. Just like go online, find something that you think might be interesting to you and give it a go. Like just see if it's something that you could see yourself doing as like freelance work, or set it up as like a hobby for a while and then decide if you want that to kind of make you an income. It's just one of those things that's like just try heaps of different things and figure out what's working for you. And then if those things don't work, move on to the next thing. Like just have that idea in your head and run with the idea. Don't tell yourself, oh no, that's a stupid idea, I could never be a photographer or like whatever, because maybe you'd be really good at it.
Yeah. Yeah, they're...
Like you don't have to be in the box of I'm an accountant for your whole life.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. It's definitely getting a lot easier nowadays to kind of transition careers.
Multiple technical difficulties tonight.
Sheesh.
And it's funny because what we're talking about, it's like, I don't know, you just got to push through these things sometimes. Like the GoPro has died twice because it got too hot. Then we tried to use your phone to record the rest of it and you had no storage. So now we're on my phone, which has no battery, so it's plugged in.
Oh,
and the
so
gimbal.
we better wrap this up quick then, Brad. So yeah, trying new things. Yeah, there's a lot of things out there, a lot of things online that you can do, and you just got to give them a go. And yeah, don't be afraid to fail in them, and don't be afraid to say no, this isn't for me. But yeah. Also,
I guess don't be afraid to say, yeah, this is for me, and like this is something that like I know I've got this like awesome high paying job at the moment, but what would actually make me happy if I was making pottery and selling it on Etsy? Like don't be afraid.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, but just don't worry about like what people think. Who cares at the end of the day? You've got to live your life for you.
Yeah, true. Yeah, very good point, Sarah.
Thanks.
But I think based on the performance we've had here tonight, we'll probably wrap it up there.
I'm happy to jump. I couldn't hear anything over there too. Close it. Close it.
Hopefully this doesn't blow up. But yeah, we really hope you enjoyed the little bit of a different approach, take, angle to the Moving to Thailand podcast.
Yeah.
With your boy Frank and your girl Sarah. Once again, guys, I don't know if I mentioned it in previous videos, but love a bit of engagement from you guys.
Yeah.
So any thoughts, remarks, suggestions, ideas, whatever, send it to frankandsarah@gmail.com. Comment in the comment section.
So you do it in the comment section.
Well,
yeah,
you got me there. Good on you, Chin. And yeah, like and subscribe if you enjoyed. I heard that liking's good for videos and the algorithm, so that'd be dope. Get it out to a few more people if you found this information
helpful, interesting,
good, decent,
all those things,
not sleep inducing. But yeah, that's about it, guys. So we'll see you next week for week 15.
Yeah.
And yeah,
thanks
hope
for
you guys
watching.
enjoyed. Yeah. Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Thanks to the new subscriber today. We appreciate you. And we'll see you next week, guys. Bye.